I'm joined by two of the participants from Russia, Maria and Rinat. Maria is a water resources expert and Rinat is a UN volunteer. First off, thank you very much for joining us and welcome to Egypt.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, first off, I want to ask you about the forum itself, about the organization of it. How is it for you?
It's really great. I really appreciate the opportunity to collaborate so much with people who share the same goals with me.
And Rinat, what about the COVID precautions? I mean, obviously we just got out of, and hopefully it's done, the pandemic, but what about the precautionary measures, the masks, the social distancing, the PCRs, everything?
Sure, it's 100% used. We are really cautious about it, so we use masks first of all. Every day we test for the PCR test. Also, we were required to have a vaccination first, and then when we arrive to the Sharm el-Sheikh, we were required to have the PCR test as well. And all the time we try to keep the social distancing. Although it's hard here, but we try to do that. We try to wear masks, and I think it's a great the measures, and we try to keep them. So,
yeah. Maria, now, Egypt took part in the COP26 that took place in Glasgow, and it will be hosting the COP27 this year. And you're a water resources expert and also on climate change. How fair or how big do you feel the task of really managing the water resources and the scarcity of it and climate change as a whole?
Yeah, of course, we all agree with the problem is really big right now and we'll face it all together. But if we keep international cooperation, we can manage it. That's what I can say. And it's a great path for the COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh this year.
Rinat, now, Egypt has its own vision regarding the UN Sustainable Development Goals that should be achieved by 2030. Now, the 15 goals set by the UN. How far is Egypt? I mean, maybe you're not an expert on how the sustainable development process is taking place here in Egypt, but as a whole, the UN, how far do you feel the rest of the countries are achieving in terms of really fulfilling the maximum potential of sustainable development?
So see, basically the SDGs. So we are lagging behind, unfortunately, on SDGs because of the COVID, and COVID exacerbated the process, but because of the COVID. So we had a slow economic growth, the pandemic is growing. Unfortunately, we're lagging behind on SDGs, but now, since the recovery is coming, we see that there is a potential for growth for Egypt, for all countries, and we see that there is a positive trend. As long as we have the investment, as long as we have the partnerships building, as long as we have support from other countries, from the international organization, I think we are getting to the level that that we aimed for. Unfortunately, yes, the COVID exacerbated the process, the progress, but now I feel, and I see based on the progress, based on the reports, we're actually making a huge progress. So.
Maria, what sort of sessions are you really looking forward to attending here in the forum?
So far, I have already attended the water policy workshop, and tomorrow I'm looking forward for climate change session to discuss the issues all together.
What about you, Rinat?
Food security, for sure, water sanitation, because it's a basic human right for me and for all people, of course, especially in Africa, and also education and economic growth. Education is a big part of me. I've been trained a lot on education, and I think the education is a key to achieve the prosperity, to achieve the economic growth and everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are two of the participants from Russia coming to the World Youth Forum, really discussing a lot of the issues being focused on during the 4-day World Youth Forum. Thank you for joining us.